my name is Samantha Jones, and this is my informative speech on bipolar disorder. I'm doing this speech because I want people to understand the types, symptoms, and treatment for bipolar disorder. Everybody think about this. I'm sure that you all know someone who is bipolar, maybe diagnosed with bipolar disorder, or maybe you think they are, but they're not diagnosed. I'm sure you think that they're crazy, but I promise they're not. A lot of people who have bipolar disorder and are not diagnosed don't even know that they have bipolar disorder because it's like a mental stability. They think they're okay. Bipolar disorder, some say, could be harmless, but it's really dangerous because it differentiates from person to person. So somebody with bipolar disorder could be, they handle it differently. People everywhere suffer from bipolar disorder, maybe even your next door neighbor. It's usually bigger in bigger cities because there's more people in bigger cities. As humans, most of the time we interact every day with people like in our jobs or just hand-in-hand contact with everybody. So we need to know the slightest bit about bipolar disorder so we know what to look for. Throughout my speech, you will learn many things about bipolar disorder, such as the different types of bipolar disorder, the symptoms, and the treatment. So let's begin by looking at the different types of it. You have bipolar 1 disorder, bipolar 2 disorder, rapid cycling, which is not pictured here, cyclothymia. For bipolar 1 disorder, this is the most basic type of disorder. It's often called manic depressive disorder, and this ranges from severe mania to depression, which is mania would be referring to mood swings such as elevations of highs and lows. Bipolar 2 disorder, this is similar to bipolar 1, just not as severe. Depression is also a big factor in this. Your emotions range from highs to lows in this as well. Most of the people who suffer from this have less intense episodes of bipolar disorder. This is known as hypomania. And then rapid cycling. This is a milder type, and people who are diagnosed with this only most of the time have 3 to 4 episodes a year. But these episodes are known to be permanent. They're not frequently on a scale. This is the most common type that's seen between women and children who are diagnosed with bipolar disorder. And then mixed bipolar episodes. This, they have highs and lows of mania and depression. It could be accompanied by feeling sad, happy, at loss, low energy, and people with this type often have suicidal thoughts, racing thoughts and speech. This would be more of what their brain looks like compared to a normal brain. As you can see, there's a little bit more red here. And then in cyclothymia, the moods fluctuate very often, and your patterns are irregular for this. Now let's look at what doctors might use to describe or to diagnose a person with bipolar disorder. Some of the symptoms of this, they come in phases most of the time, such as a manic phase or a psychotic phase. In a manic phase, someone who is overly committed. They might overly commit to things such as work projects, meetings, social events, activities, family responsibilities. An example of this might be someone who would work a 5-day job, have 3 homework assignments due, 4 tests the next day, and still volunteer to help host a jewelry party the night before. A psychotic phase, this includes symptoms such as delusions, severe paranoia, and hallucinations. This would be referred to more than likely as a bipolar 1 because these are the more severe symptoms. Symptoms such as depression, obviously, mood swings, occasionally insomnia where you can't sleep because you're so depressed or often symptoms of this as well. And this was pulled from the Salem Press Encyclopedia of Health. Lastly, let's look at the bipolar disorder where some might seek help, such as treatment. This comes in stages as well, such as therapeutic stages. Acute treatment, this phase starts with relapse or recurrence, and mostly during the time they go into a mood called a pseudo-moral mood. This goal for this treatment is to retain response or remission. Continuation treatment, this phase starts with response or remission. Phase almost always ends in recovery most of the time. And maintenance treatment, this stage focuses primarily on maintaining a stable mood and preventing recurrence. And then another treatment for this is medications such as mood stabilizers, antipsychotics, antidepressants. Mood stabilizers, these just kind of mellow you out, make you not go into mania, not go into depression, your highs and lows. An example of this would be lithium. That's the medication that they use. And then the antipsychotics, these control the psychotic symptoms such as the severe paranoia, hallucinations. An example of this is clozapine. They don't want you to take an antipsychotic or antidepressant without the mood stabilizers because it may make you fall into too low, which would be referred to as depression, or put you on a high, which is mania, which makes your symptoms or your episodes that much worse. And then therapy, the cognitive behavioral therapy, this is a shorter therapy where you would see someone like a psychiatrist just to talk to. This challenges a person who has negative thoughts about themselves to have a more positive outlook on life. So this is why you would talk to a psychiatrist and just tell him like your problems and what you experience. The family-focused therapy, this is where you would have someone like a therapist beginning with a family meeting. They usually last for 21 hours and last for 9 months. And then interpersonal and social rhythm therapy, this is used to help people better their biological and social rhythm, such as interacting with people or just anything like that. This helps manage stressful life events. So if you have a lot on your plate and you're stressed out and you go to one of these therapy sessions, it could help you organize everything better in your brain to have a better outcome. This teaches patients skills to help them protect themselves, as some people who are paranoid when they typically have bipolar disorder, they feel like everybody's out to get them. This could make them have thoughts about themselves to feel like they're going to be okay. And this was from the Handbook of Diagnosis and Treatment of Bipolar Disorders. Throughout my speech, I covered a wide range of facts on bipolar disorder. So now that you've seen the types of bipolar disorder, the symptoms, and the treatment, you now know the facts about bipolar disorder, so you may look at people's actions just a little bit closer just to see how they act and communicate. And maybe you might even notice someone who may need help with bipolar disorder, who suffers from it but aren't diagnosed, so maybe you could know the steps to get them help. Thank you.